Namaste. Myself, R.K. Patil, working as assistant professor in botany. From today, we are going to start our online lectures of botany for F5AC class. We know that for F5AC class, there are two papers of botany paper first and botany paper second. Of these two papers, botany paper first for first semester is plant life and utilization first, and we are going to start this paper. In this paper, today we are going to study general outline of plant kingdom, means the outline classification of plant kingdom. Plant kingdom is broadly classified into two groups such as cryptogams and phanerogams. Of these two groups, first we discuss about these cryptogams. The term cryptogam or such word cryptogam was coined by two words such as cryptos and gammas. Cryptos means hidden and gammas means gametes or sex organ or reproductive organ. It means that in these plants or the plants which are included in cryptogams, their sex organs are hidden. These cryptogams are again classified into three groups: Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta, or thallophytes, bryophytes or pteridophytes. First we discuss about such Thallophyta. In thallophyte, plant body is very simple, and such plant body is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. And such type of plant body is called thalloid plant body, or such type of plant body is called thallus, means plant body is thalloid, and therefore such group or this group is called Thallophyta. These thallophytes are again classified into four groups such as algae, lichen, fungi and bacteria. Of these three groups are included in our syllabus. Algae, lichen, fungi are included in our syllabus. Of these three groups, first we discuss about algae. Algae are generally aquatic plants. Means majority of algae are aquatic in nature. They grow in water, in marine water, in fresh water, in stagnant water, in running water. And these plants are, or when we observe the plant body of these plants are macroscopic or megascopic. In some algae, or plant body is unicellular, and in some algae, such plant body is multicellular. These are green plant. Means these plants can synthesize their own food. Means these plants are autotrophic in their nutrition. This is about algae. Then we discuss about lichen. Lichens are called composite plant. And in lichen, two members, means two plants, live together as a single plant. Of these two plants, one is algal member and another is fungal member. And such algal and fungal member live together, grow together as a single plant, and therefore these lichens are called composite plant. Of these two members, algal member is called phycobiont and fungal member is called mycobiont. Such phycobiont and mycobiont live together in symbiotic association, means in such association both members are benefited. Algal member get nutrients and water from fungal member, and fungal member get ready-made food from algal member, and in return fungal member provide shelter to such algae or to algal member. This is about lichen. Then we discuss about fungi. Third group is fungi. Fungi are non-green plant or non-chlorophyllous plant. Means these plants are non-green plant. They can't synthesize their own food. Means these plants depends on other organism for their food. Means they are heterotrophic in nutrition. In fungi also, their plant body is very simple. Plant body is simple, mycelial. Plant body of fungi is called mycelium. And such mycelium is made up of hyphae. The well-known example of such fungi, there are many examples, but Schistopus albigo is the well-known example of such fungi. This is about fungi. Then we discuss about bryophyte. We already studied thallophyta. In thallophyte, plant body is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Means root, stem and leaves are absent in thallophyte. But in bryophyte, plant body is differentiated into root-like structure, stem-like structure and leaf-like structure. Means true root, stem and leaves are absent. But leaf-like structure, stem-like structure, root-like structures are present in these bryophytes. These bryophytes are also called plant amphibian. They require water for their reproduction. Without water, their they can't complete their life cycle. And the example of such bryophyte, Rixia is the well-known example of such bryophyte. This is about bryophyta. Then third group is pteridophyta. These pteridophytes are also called vascular cryptogams. In these pteridophytes, plant body is differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. Means in thallophyta, true or root, stem, leaves are absent. In bryophyta, not true root, stem, leaves, but root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structures are present. And in pteridophytes, true roots, stem and leaves are present. True root, stem and leaves are present. These plants are called vascular cryptogams. Means this is the only group of cryptogam in which vascular tissues are present. Vascular tissues means xylem phloem. Xylem phloem is present in pteridophyte and therefore they are also called vascular cryptogams. And one more important thing about such pteridophyte is that these pteridophytes are first land plants. Means we already studied about algae. Algae are aquatic plant. In bryophyte, they are plant amphibian, but pteridophytes are first land plants. This is about such pteridophyte, and the example of pteridophyte, Nephrolepis, is the well-known example of such pteridophyte. This is about pteridophyta. Then we discuss about phanerogams. Phanerogams are flowering plant. These plants are flowering plant and these are seed-bearing plant. These are seed-bearing plant. In cryptogam, we already studied that cryptogams are non-flowering plant and these plants reproduce by means of spores. While phanerogams are flowering plants and these plants reproduce by means of seed. This is the difference between such cryptogams and phanerogams. These phanerogams are again classified into two groups such as gymnosperms and angiosperm. Of these, first we discuss about gymnosperm. Such word gymnosperm was coined by two words such as gymnos and sperma. And gymnos means naked and sperma means seed. It means that in this plant their seeds are naked. Means seeds are not enclosed. In vessel, seeds are not enclosed. In ovary, seeds are not enclosed. Seeds are not enclosed in fruit. These gymnosperms are generally slow growing plant. And the most important thing about such gymnosperm is that in majority of gymnosperm, male plant and female plant is separate. Cycas is the well-known example of such gymnosperm. This is about gymnosperm. Then we discuss about angiosperm. Such term angiosperm or the word angiosperm is derived from two words such as angion and sperma. And angion means vessel and sperma means seeds. Means in these plants, their seeds are not naked. Seeds are enclosed. Seeds are enclosed in vessel. Means seeds are enclosed in ovary or seeds are enclosed in fruit. All the plant around us, all the flowering plants around us are included in such group angiosperm. This is the most evolved group of plant, or this is the largest group, plant group among the plant kingdom. These angiosperms are again classified into two groups such as dicotyledon and monocotyledon. We know that angiospermic plants are seed-bearing plants, means seeds are present. But in dicotyledon, their seeds are with two cotyledon and therefore they are called dicotyledon. And in monocotyledon, their seeds possess single cotyledon, therefore they are called monocotyledon. This is about outline classification of such plant kingdom. In such paper, in this paper, we are going to study about every plant group. For this semester or in this semester, we will discuss about algae, then lichen, then fungi, and then bryophyte. These four plant groups are included in syllabus of this semester, and the remaining plant groups means in next semester we will study pteridophytes, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. To the next lecture, we will discuss about the most interesting plant group, algae. Thank you.